Academics and Student Success Committee to order. Thank you everyone for being here, and I think first we'll go ahead and call the roll. As a reminder for folks who are joining us online, if you can state if you have others in the room with you when we call the roll, that'd be great. Thank you.
Chairwoman Allman, Secretary Hargett.
Here.
Commissioner Morrison.
Here and alone.
Commissioner Morrison.
I'm here and alone. Hopefully you can hear me.
I can. I think we might have Heather. Okay. Commissioner Perry.
Here and alone.
Commissioner Ragsdale.
Here and alone.
Commissioner Scarlett. And Commissioner Wood.
Here.
Chairman, you have 5 voting members present and 6 members present.
Next, we'd like to go ahead and adopt the agenda. I would propose one amendment to today's agenda to remove the new academic program from Austin Peay State University, their athletic training Masters of Science program. With no questions or objections, I'd entertain a motion and a second to adopt the agenda as amended. And take a vote.
Commissioner Scarlett. Commissioner Perry.
Aye.
Commissioner Ragsdale.
Aye.
Commissioner Wood.
Aye.
Secretary Hargett. Chairman, you have 5 ayes.
Can we do a welfare check on Commissioner Perry? He just sounded so depressed.
He
when answered.
did sound very
Yeah.
alone.
I know he's depressed by not being here in person, but
So sad
no
not
reason to
be
have a
there
down
with you.
outlook.
Thank you for that. And then if there's any public comment,
Mr. Chairman, there's no public comment today.
great. No questions or objections. I'd entertain a motion and a second to adopt the minutes from the February 19th meeting. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
I take a roll call.
Oh, sorry.
Commissioner Scarlett. Commissioner Perry.
Aye.
Commissioner Ragsdale.
Absolutely.
Commissioner Wood.
Aye.
Secretary Hargett. Chairman, you have 5 ayes.
All right, we'll move on to regular calendar new academic programs. First item on our agenda are 6 new academic programs for consideration. Dr. Roberts, Chief Academic Officer, will provide an overview of each of the programs and introduce speakers. Dr. Roberts, you're recognized.
Thank you so much. We're excited to have our friends from campus today to present these programs. I did want to do a little bit of housekeeping beforehand. If you have the printed materials, we accidentally included the wrong financial projections form for the BBA in Hospitality and Tourism Management at ETSU. If you have the electronic version, it is the correct version. We also omitted a concentration in talent management and hospitality and tourism. Our error on the THEC side, what's going to be presented today by Dr. McCorkle is the correct information. So just wanted to draw some attention to that if you do have the printed materials. One other thing is some of these programs have been in the pipeline for a little while. So you'll see some alignment with our older master plan, which was something that was required at the beginning stages of the process. So while you'll see some of that, our campuses have also been thinking about how does this align with our newer master plan as well. So just letting you know, you might hear a little bit of both as we go through these presentations today. I'm going to let each of the provosts introduce the folks they have with them for each program, but I did want to go through just quickly who you're going to hear from for each of them. So first, we're going to hear 2 programs from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, from Dr. John Zomchik. The first one is a Bachelor's of Science in Bioinformatics, followed by a Master's of Science in Retail, Hospitality, and Tourism Management. Then we're going to welcome Dr. Kimberly McCorkle from ETSU, who's going to present on 2 programs as well, Bachelor's of Business Administration in Hospitality and Tourism Management, followed by a Master's of Science in Environment, Health, and Disaster Sciences. Next, we'll hear from Dr. Amy Aldridge at MTSU about their Masters of Science in Mechatronics Systems Engineering. And last but not least, we'll hear from Dr. John Liu from Tennessee Tech University about their PhD in Integrative Biology. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and invite Dr. Zamchik up.
Thank you, Dr. Roberts. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, Mr. Secretary. It's a pleasure to be here with you this morning to present to you two very exciting programs for your consideration and I hope approval. I want to give thanks to THEC, to Julie Roberts, and to Dr. Gentile for allowing me to go first so that I can return to the Knoxville campus where we'll be hooding approximately 200 or more than 200 doctoral students at 2:30 this afternoon. So thank you for accommodating that request. The first program that I am very pleased to present to you is as a Bachelor's of Science in Bioinformatics, which we believe is strategically aligned, workforce-driven, and will advance the University of Tennessee Knoxville's leadership at the intersection of agriculture, data science, and applied research. This program is designed as a high-impact investment in Tennessee's economic future, accomplished with no new institutional costs. Let me start by saying a word or two about what bioinformatics is. Bioinformatics applies computational and statistical tools to analyze large-scale biological, agricultural, and environmental data. In practical terms, it enables better decision-making in agriculture, food systems, and natural resource management. And if you'll allow me, I'll give you an example to illustrate. Imagine an application that would leverage large volumes of genetic data to rapidly identify disease-resistant crops such as soybean, corn, and cotton in order to find the best crop, thereby boosting Tennessee's agricultural economy and at the same time improving food security. This is what bioinformatics offers. In this program, students will be equipped with career readiness skills, including research, ethics, scientific writing, and professional skill development. The program offers hands-on, engaged learning opportunities, and it will be the first of its kind in the state and will continue UTK's leadership in agricultural bioinformatics education. We believe the program is very strongly aligned with the THEC State Master Plan, as well as with the strategic visions of the University of Tennessee System and the University of Tennessee Knoxville. It responds directly to the need for Tennessee's needs for skilled workforce in the agriculture and forestry economy, which in this day and age depend more and more on data-driven decision-making. Employers need graduates who can interpret complex biological and environmental data sets and apply them to solving practical problems. I want to emphasize that this is not a theoretical program. It is an applied program, employer relevant, and built to produce workforce-ready graduates. Each student in the program will complete a required capstone project and internship that apply to classroom training to the real world. We are very excited about the potential career outcomes for this program. The labor market data are highly compelling, and demand for data scientists continues to grow and outpaces the supply both nationally and regionally. We are also glad to see that starting salaries for students with baccalaureate degrees in bioinformatics range from $52,000 to $83,000. Here we present very conservative enrollment projections to start out with, in part because this is a relatively new program. It is designed, however, to serve both first-year students and also transfer students from our Tennessee community colleges. There are Tennessee transfer pathways in animal science, plant and soil science, biology, and computer science that can feed directly to this program. So projected enrollment here shows you something of a slow, gradual start that will increase to about 50 by year 5. Program costs and revenues, we feel, are very favorable. The program is designed to be cost effective. It will need no new additional resources to begin. The additional cost that you see in year 3 is for a graduate teaching assistant. In year 4 is for 2 graduate teaching assistants in order to accommodate the increase in enrollment. And the projected tuition obviously will increase as enrollment increases. So in conclusion, the Bachelor of Science in Bioinformatics, we believe, is strategically aligned with our state's priorities, provides students with the skills they need to enter the workforce, is future focused in acknowledging the increasingly important role of data and data analysis in agriculture and environmental sciences, and is fiscally responsible that builds on the University of Tennessee, Knoxville's strengths in agriculture and data analytics. As one of the state's land-grant institutions, we believe that this degree program will also translate our research strength into economic and workforce impact while positioning UTK as a leader in applied agricultural bioinformatics education. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to your questions. I have with me Dr. Aaron Onyefrak, who will also answer any questions that I might not be able to.
Thank you so much. Any questions from the committee?
Thank you, Dr. Zamchak. 2 things I want to celebrate you having a required internship in this program. I think that's really important. Curious to know if it's a paid internship.
Dr. Onyefrak?
Yes, we would expect that the internships would be paid, particularly with the industry partners that we have, such as Oak Ridge National Lab. They have all of their internship programs, such as the SULI program, which focuses on undergraduates as a paid internship.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. Second question, with data science, and we know all the headlines about AI. I don't see anything in here about artificial intelligence or using that. Can you just share a little bit how students will be taught?
Yeah, so initially we are identifying what components of our courses students need to learn independent of AI, and then as they go through their career or through the course and matriculate through the courses, we'll be introducing those AI tools, because it would be foolish for us to not teach them how to integrate AI with these introductory computer science skills as well. So in addition to that, we've integrated or developed into our curriculum 12 elective credit hours that these students can take. And if they would like to, they can add on to that AI certificate that the university offers. So they'll be able to, if interested, add additional AI skills into what they're already being taught in the classroom.
Are you finding that most of the businesses are already integrating AI, or just talking about it still?
There's a slow adoption, I think, across the businesses that we're working with.
Thank you.
I'll move approval.
I'll second.
Roll call vote.
Commissioner Scarlett,
Aye.
Commissioner Perry,
Aye.
Commissioner Perry?
Aye. Can you all hear me?
Yes, I think. Commissioner Ragsdale,
Aye.
Commissioner Wood,
Aye.
Secretary Hargett. Chairman, you have 5 ayes.
Thank you so much. We'll move on to the next item. Dr. Zamchak.
Thank you very much, Commissioners, Mr. Secretary. For our second program, I'm bringing back before you a program that we brought last year for your consideration. I want to thank the Commission for the issues that it raised about the program. What I hope today to do is to show you that we have taken your concerns very seriously and tried to respond to your concerns as we represent this program to you. I presented the program again to our Board of Trustees in February for their consideration and approval, and they agreed that we should make an attempt once again to have you consider the program and hopefully approve it. To sort of recapitulate, this is a 30-credit, fully asynchronous online master's program designed for working professionals across Tennessee and beyond our state's borders. The program focuses on developing advanced strategic thinking, problem solving, and analytical skills needed for career advancement in retail, hospitality, and tourism. I'd like to call your attention to a letter provided by Senator Richard Briggs and Senator Becky Massey, because I think they say very well what the program offers to those who will enroll in it. Employers need professionals, they write, who can interpret data, think critically, and develop innovative solutions to complex operational challenges. In some ways, not unlike the bioinformatics degree, and Commissioner Scarlett, also sort of responsive to your question about artificial intelligence, we believe that this program will equip those who are enrolled in it with tools, with special tools that will enable them to not only advance their careers, but also to be real assets to their employers. It will be an industry-focused curriculum grounded in real-world business challenges, and it will have an accessible format. I think this is very important, that will allow adult learners to continue to work while enrolling in this program. We will also consider awarding up to 6 hours of credit for prior learning and work experience. I hope that you'll see as I go through this that there is a real return on investment for the students who enroll in this program. I also think that the program aligns very well with the THEC State Master Plan, as well as the strategic visions of the University of Tennessee system. It is a program specifically designed to address workforce needs and student desire for advancement in their field. As I said before, being asynchronous, it is designed to be accessible, flexible, and affordable, and it also will be agile. It's a program that we will continue to update and respond to advances within the field. Let me talk about some of the issues that came up in our previous appearance here. Tennessee's hospitality and tourism industry generates over $30 billion annually and employs more than 360,000 individuals. Yet, there is currently no in-state master's program that offers an opportunity for asynchronous learning in this field. With this program, we seek to remedy that absence. From a career perspective, we believe that the return on investment is clear. Starting salaries for those with a baccalaureate degree typically range from $45,000 to $55,000, while for those with a master's degree can range from $70,000 to $100,000 and beyond. A review of job postings shows that managerial roles, which often require a master's degree, have salaries between $100,000 and $150,000. You can see here our enrollment projections. If approved, we think we have enough demand to enroll as many as 30 individuals in this program in August. And after that, we will take a cohort of 30 each year. And by year 5, we believe that we'll have 76 students based on graduation and an attrition rate of 10%. Finally, the costs of the program relative to the revenue. The costs, as you can see there, are very minimal. and the revenues substantially outpace the cost. Year one revenue at about $230,000 compared to a cost of $53,000. By year five, we project revenue will exceed $500,000, with costs increasing to accommodate the increasing student enrollment. To conclude, this revised proposal, or in this revised proposal, I've tried to show the workforce demand, strong return on investment, differentiated career outcomes, and the financial sustainability of this program. We believe very strongly that the program supports professionals who want to develop advanced capabilities while advancing in their fields, and at the same time, giving them the skills that will enable them to address the organizational challenges that the retail, hospitality, and tourism industry often confronts. I want to thank you once again for allowing us to bring this back in front of you, for your valuable feedback from the first time we appeared, and I welcome any questions that you may have. I have Dr. Junhee Kwan with me here, who is the department head of our Retail, Hospitality, and Tourism Management Program, to help me answer any questions. Thank you.
Any questions from the committee?
If I may, and Dr. Child, this question is more for you than it is anybody else in the room. What do we do about following up with graduates after new programs to ask them what the impact was on their career? Because one of the things that when I see this, and there was a couple of slides ago, the very first one was about how master's graduates earn significantly higher salaries. I would love to know, after somebody gets out of this program 3 years later, if we ask them if this program better prepared them for their career, and how so. Because to me, that's the final output.
Yes.
And trying to figure out, did it help you reach the next level? And if a student says no, then we ought to figure out why not. And,
Yes.
and what you could do, or any institution could do to improve on that. But I just always wonder, when we sit here, we approve these, what do we do about following up later on to figure out if actually the program did prepare people for a better career, like we say every time we approve one of these?
Mr. Secretary, thank you for the question. There are three ways that I can answer that. First of all, we do not do exactly what you said per program. We don't go and ask the graduates. We don't survey them in that way. We do have alumni surveys that we send out. That's part of our quality assurance funding. It's a conversation we had last time as well, that talk about how well the institution overall and the program met, but it's not program specific. A third way that we're going to attempt to get at this in the future is, and it's not actually surveying students themselves, but it's actually looking to see if these students were able to get jobs in their occupational field that's aligned to the program. We've not been able to do that because Department of Labor has not been able to collect that information until recently. They're now starting to implement that, and we hope to do that as well. But sir, I don't have a direct answer to say this, that we do this in the past, but it's something to think for in the future.
Honestly, Dr. Gentile, the answer I would have expected. And so I'm not upset about it at all, but we ought to figure out a way to ask these intentional questions of students a few years after they get out of these programs, to ask them, did your degree better prepare you for your career? And even if we could pick up some anecdotal information, I know it gets a little more expensive when you're doing that, but how did the program better prepare you for career advancement? And I guess the question at the end of the day is no different than whatever you're trying to figure out who the next president's going to be, is, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Are you better off than you were before you went in this program? Because it feels like we promised, if you look at this, it's like, why wouldn't everybody go get a master's degree? And you look at how much your salaries are going to go up. But truth of the matter is, I mean, that's not the experience that a lot of people have. And so I just want to have a little truth in advertising if we can, and also give good feedback so that we come in here, we can make the most intelligent decisions possible.
Thank you.
If I may also respond to that, Mr. Secretary, I think that's a fantastic idea. There's no reason why we couldn't do that. We now regularly try and track our graduates both at the graduate level and certainly at the undergraduate level. Something like the Haslam College of Business, whose rankings depend on what the salaries of their graduates are, does it quite well. It's something that we ought to spread across all of our colleges. So thank you for that suggestion.
Well, and I appreciate that. I don't want to equate the success of a student and their salary to how the program may or may not have benefited in the getting there. So I'm the
Understood.
secretary at the Capitol, okay? I have a master's degree. You know, if you ask me to go back and parse out how my MBA best prepared me did it prepare me for the job that I'm in? I think it prepared me in a lot of ways. But there are people out there who are doing very well in life that they might look back at their bachelor's degree and say, that proved I could go to school for 4 years and stick with something and get out and frankly get that good housekeeping seal of approval to help them land their first job. That's not really playing a role in what they're doing today. And so I just want to make sure we don't have this false equation of master's degree equals greater success. That I do think it can play a role for a lot of students. But it's not that silver bullet. I think a lot of times we tell somebody, go to school one more year, you're going back to $25,000, $30,000, $50,000 a year. And there's a lot of other factors in that tie into their career success. And so I just don't want us to have this false equivalency.
I understand.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Then we have a motion for approval.
Take a motion. Second. One question for me before we move to a vote. In the proposal, there's a lot of information around corporate partners in the hospitality industry. Is there any engagement with destination marketing organizations, convention centers? Those kind of partners, their pay and kind of their role is really important in the tourism industry. Are there groups like that have signed on as part of this?
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to ask Dr. Kwan to come before you, but one of the things that Dr. Kwan and I were talking about is that several employers will provide tuition assistance for their employees to enroll in this program. But would you answer the chairman's question?
You're asking about the tourism organizations. Yes, we are very well connected. Our department is working with Tennessee Hospitality and Tourism Association and also the area tourism organizations. So we are well connected, as well as the retail companies such as Stand Out for Good and all the Tennessee companies like Tractor Supplies and things like that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. No further questions. I'll call for a roll.
Commissioner Scarlett,
Aye.
Commissioner Perry,
Aye.
Commissioner Ragsdale,
Aye.
Commissioner Wood,
Aye.
Secretary Hargett. Chairman, you have 5 ayes.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Dr. McCorkle, you're recognized.
Good morning. Thank you all so much. It's wonderful to be with you all today. It's been a while since I have been here, and it's a pleasure to be back. Appreciate your time this morning, where I have the opportunity to present 2 new degree programs for your consideration. So unlike our partners at UTK, we just completed commencement last weekend. So we have successfully helped over 2,000 students graduate. So that was a wonderful event last weekend, but it's great to be with you all today. First, it is my pleasure to introduce the new Bachelor's of Business Administration in Hospitality and Tourism Management. ETSU has been planning, is there a question? No, okay. Has been planning this degree program for several years. And it has been on the university's strategic plan for several years. And so it's a pleasure to be here before you today. This program has received strong support from our campus community, our board of trustees, and our regional partners across Northeast Tennessee. I'd like to provide a bit of a program overview and it's nice actually to follow what you just heard to kind of carry on the theme of the importance of tourism in the state of Tennessee and the growth that the state has witnessed. One of the things that I want to highlight about the need for this program in our region is that in Northeast Tennessee in particular, there has been increased demand in the field of hospitality, recreation management. As you all know, the region is rich with outdoor recreation opportunities. Bristol and its place as the birthplace of country music, hard to say that in Nashville, but the connection to the music industry that goes from Bristol all the way to Memphis. And also our connection to Sevierville. Some of you may realize that we have a campus that's in Sevierville. East Tennessee State University operates a campus there, and there is strong demand in that region for hospitality and professionals who are prepared in this field. So this program proposal is for a Bachelor of Business Administration in Hospitality and Tourism. It is our intention, because this program is part of the College of Business and Technology, to seek AACSB accreditation. We believe that that will be a strength of the program and will be really important for graduates to be able to demonstrate that they've graduated from an AACSB accredited program. There are 5 concentration options that we believe really build on the strengths that we have across our College of Business and Technology. One that you may note there, Appalachian Craft, Beverage, and Culture. We have an Appalachian Studies program at ETSU that has opportunities and plans to connect with this program, which we think will serve our graduates in a way that is unique to our region. And experiential learning opportunities are essential in a program like this. So this program includes internships, opportunities for connections to industry partners, mentorships with industry partners, and will serve a variety of students. And our plan is to focus on providing opportunities both in Johnson City, but also at our campus in Sevierville. As Dr. Roberts mentioned at the top, our program proposal was written and aligned with the former THEC master plan, but it absolutely also connects to the current THEC master plan related to serving workforce needs of the state of Tennessee, creating program delivery models that are agile, that respond to industry need, and I'm proud that this program does that extremely well. It also aligns with ETSU's mission to prepare graduates who are workforce ready, who want to serve the region and beyond, and who are prepared with hands-on learning opportunities across the curriculum. We believe that this program is going to be extremely well received. We have heard from industry partners for a while. They've asked us a lot, when are you going to develop a hospitality program? The program has strong interest among students. And so we project, I believe that these numbers may even be a bit conservative, but to start with about 30 undergraduate students in the first year. Hope to be able to launch this program as early as the fall semester, and eventually building across 5 years to about 100 undergraduate students. I've heard a bit of this already, but the Tennessee tourism industry is strong and continues to grow. And what I want to highlight is that that's also true in our region. When you look at Bristol, Unicoi, the areas around Sevierville, there is growth in tourism, even in Johnson City, right? And so our partners are excited. We've listed some of them on the slide for you there. We have strong support from obviously our regional partners, but also of note, Bristol Motor Speedway. We've connected with Tennessee Hospitality Tourism Association, and a very strong interest in Sevierville. I'd like to thank Dr. Tony Pittarisi, who's with me, Dean of the College of Business and Technology, who has spent a lot of time with our industry partners in Sevierville, who are extremely excited about the opportunity to continue building there. We've had a strong business presence in that region at that campus, and they in particular were excited that we were looking to develop hospitality to continue to serve their workforce needs in that area. We believe that we have a lot of resources in place already. We've offered a concentration in hospitality and tourism for the last several years. So we have faculty who are dedicated, and there's a shared business core that's already taught by faculty who are in place there. But we do expect that it will be required for us to hire additional faculty as this program continues to grow. In fact, we are looking to hire 2 new faculty right now to get the program launched successfully. but we have dedicated resources to be able to do that, recognizing the importance of this program and recognizing the expected demand that we are ready to meet. Oops. Last slide there. So with that, I am happy to answer any questions you all have about the new program. And as I mentioned, Dr. Pittarisi is also here to address questions that I may not be able to answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any questions from the committee?
I have a question. I don't remember seeing this in here, but is there any sort of internship or work-based learning aligned with this?
There is. I was just talking to Dr. Pittarisi right before the meeting. It's not required. The internship is not required, but it is emphasized, offered, and we suspect that students will all take the internship, but it's an elective. Yeah. But hands-on opportunities throughout the program, industry visits and mentorship and partnerships that will be built into the curriculum. And the college is also very engaged in a university-wide mission or initiative that we call community engaged learning. So students have an opportunity throughout the curriculum to engage with community partners across a variety of programs. But I suspect the internship will be something that most students will pursue in this program. Thank you.
Not a question. I just wanted to say that last summer, I believe, I got to tour Blue Sky down in Chattanooga with Dr. Pittarisi, and if you ever get an opportunity, I highly encourage that. He was, from my perspective, a key link in making that program successful, and I'm excited to see what happens with this program should it be approved. So thank you.
Yeah.
Let's do a road trip. There you go.
Thank you, Dr. Gentile. And I agree, I think the success of the Blue Sky program, which is part of the College of Business and Technology, also speaks to what this college has done to really engage community partners to understand what workforce needs are, and then to help develop curricula that are innovative and that help meet that. And I think the same is true about the proposed program here. We've worked carefully with industry partners to understand what they need from graduates who come out with a bachelor's degree and who are ready to enter the workforce. Yeah.
If there are no further questions, I'll entertain a motion in a second.
Second.
Go ahead and call the roll.
Commissioner Scarlett,
Aye.
Commissioner Perry,
Aye.
Commissioner Ragsdale,
Aye.
Commissioner Wood,
Aye.
Secretary Hargett.
Aye.
Chairman, you have 5 ayes.
All right, we'll move to the next program. Dr. McCorkle, you're again.
Thank you so much. So the next program is a proposal to approve a Master of Science degree in Environment, Health, and Disaster Sciences. This program is a collaboration between 2 colleges at ETSU, the College of Arts and Sciences and the College of Public Health, and represents collaborations among at least 3 academic departments across those 2 colleges. So it's an interdisciplinary program that involves collaborations that I'm extremely proud of. One of the things that we focused on at the university a lot is to encourage colleges to work across college lines to create degree programs that draw on strengths from different degree fields to prepare graduates to be really successful in the workplace. And that is what this program represents. The program, as you can see from the materials, is a 30 to 34 credit Master of Science degree program that is truly interdisciplinary. It is combining disaster preparedness, emergency management, and geosciences students. So from the College of Arts and Sciences, where we have our geosciences program, the College of Public Health, where we have several departments that are involved in this, including environmental and occupational safety, and the Department of Biostatistics and Epidemiology. The purpose of the program is to address one of the defining issues of our time, which is the growing interconnection or intersection between environmental conditions, public health, and disaster preparedness. As we have seen through recent weather events across the state, but especially in our region, understanding how to address weather events, infectious disease outbreaks, environmental hazards, and emergencies is essential for graduates and for folks who have a master's degree who are able to be prepared to respond to these emergencies. The curriculum that's proposed will integrate areas including environmental health, epidemiology, disaster science, GIS and remote sensing technology, toxicology, and ecological sciences. And it's designed to prepare graduates who understand both the science behind these issues, but also, importantly, the strategies needed to respond effectively. So the program offers 2 concentrations that allow students to select one of the focus areas for academic or professional preparation. So you see those there: environmental health sciences or disaster studies. I think one of the things that's important that stands out for me regarding ETSU's preparedness to offer this, many of you know ETSU sponsors or houses the Tennessee Climate Office. When Hurricane Helene struck our region, our Tennessee Climate Office, led by exceptional faculty, were essential in regional response and recovery efforts, and were called on across the state and the region to help respond to the emergency, but also to strengthen communities to be prepared for another weather event that is similar. And I'm pleased that one of the focuses of this program is to include faculty from that department to assist in delivering the content for this program. So we're uniquely deliver this degree program also because of our existing strengths in public health and the health sciences and our academic health sciences center at the university. So I think it's an interesting and unique combination involving strength in geosciences, but also across public health. There will be experiential learning opportunities in this master's program, which I think is essential to prepare these folks for workforce-ready degrees. Hands-on research in the field and in laboratory, a focus on data analytics, as mentioned, GIS and remote sensing, and preparing graduates to work with state agencies in disaster resilience, planning needs to prepare communities for disaster-related events. What we heard from our community partners and our statewide agency partners, several of whom wrote letters of support for this program, including the Tennessee Department of Health, the Tennessee Department of Agriculture, and the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation, is that folks who have these credentials, a background in science, are needed at statewide levels to help with policy planning efforts and preparing communities to respond across the state, across the country. Again, I'll mention the program is aligned both with ETSU's mission, but also with the state's mission related to preparing students for the workforce. As mentioned, we believe that this program, although it's a master's level program, is a required credential in this field for folks to work in higher level positions related to policy analysis and preparedness. And we're excited about the ways that this program will do that. There is a lot of interest in our region, but also, as mentioned, what's different about this program is that there's also a lot of statewide interest in this degree because it's a unique degree offering. In terms of enrollment projections, it's a master's program, so I believe that these estimates are a bit conservative, but we believe that the program will start initially small with about 8 students and will build at the 5th year mark to 19 or so students. One of the things that I think is really important to note is that we have existing faculty resources in place. As mentioned, this involves 2 different colleges, 3 academic departments. There are at least 15 current ETSU faculty in place who will contribute to the delivery of this program. And we do not believe that the program will require additional faculty resources as planned. In terms of career and workforce alignment, some of this has been mentioned already, but these are the areas, the careers that graduates will be prepared immediately upon graduation to work in. To answer one of the questions that Commissioner Scarlett asked, this program will allow students and give students the opportunity for embedded internships during the course of the program so that they get the skills needed during the course of their program to be employed post-graduation. There is projected growth in this field in the occupational health and safety sciences, and we believe that this program meets the needs of the state and also our region. As mentioned, because of resources in place, we do not require any new staff or faculty positions to support the program. That's one of the things that I'm most proud of, is that the faculty and the deans in these programs decided that this was an area that they could collaborate on, share curriculum, and to deliver an in-demand master's program with what we already have in place. So with that said, I am happy to answer any questions you all might have about this program.
Any questions from the committee? Mayor, second. Second. Any further discussion? I'd say before we call the vote, I'd just say you should be commended for the collaboration between the two colleges. That's impressive to see and exciting on a program like this. So
Thank you.
very much. Madam Secretary, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Scarlett,
Aye.
Commissioner Perry,
Aye.
Commissioner Ragsdale,
Aye.
Commissioner Wood,
Aye.
Secretary Hargit. Chairman, you have 5 ayes.
We will move to MTSU's Mechatronic System Engineering Master of Science program. Dr. Aldridge, you are recognized.
Thank you. I'd like to start just by thanking the committee and congratulating our colleagues at UTK and East Tennessee. It's always exciting to see, from my perspective and MTSU's perspective, just a strengthening of the program inventory in our state. So we're really proud to be here today and to take part in that. So I'm here to talk to you about MTSU's proposal in Mechatronic Systems Engineering. I'm joined by Dr. Lei Miao, a professor in engineering and author of the proposal. I always like to give credit where credit is due on that. And we also have Dr. Samuel Horena, Associate Dean for the College of Basic and Applied Sciences, in the audience should we need him. We also have folks from the Graduate College. The proposed MS in Mechatronic Systems Engineering is a 30 to 36 credit hour program. It is thesis optional. It will primarily be housed in MTSU's new Applied Engineering building, which includes faculty and GA offices, student meeting and lounge space, and state-of-the-art labs, full of new equipment, much of it sponsored by our industry partners, including Automation NTH, Dexcom, and Keysight. The curriculum will focus on robotics, automation, AI, and controls. If approved, it will be the first master's level mechatronics degree in the state at either a public or private institution. You likely have recognized that job postings frequently prefer or require master's degrees for research and development, senior engineering, and managerial positions. At MTSU, we have 13 years of proven success with a BS in mechatronics. There are 300 undergraduate majors in that degree program. And we feel that we are more than ready to prepare students at the master's level. In fact, we feel like it is our responsibility. The MS is in line with Tennessee's higher education priorities. We are aligned with our workforce partners. The degree is achievable and affordable, and we are agile as we make data-informed decisions related to curriculum and recruitment of students. Additionally, the proposed degree aligns very well with all 3 priorities of MTSU's 2035 strategic plan. We believe that internal interest is so intense that with our current senior class, recent alumni, and local industry partners, that we will have a beginning cohort of at least 15 students this fall. And we conservatively estimate that enrollment will increase by a few students each year. Mechatronic Systems Engineering is a high growth industry, not only in Tennessee, but in the southeast region of the U.S., where related jobs are expected to increase by 10% from 2020 to 2030. Based on BLS data, we know that master's prepared mechatronics engineers command 10 to 20% higher compensation compared with bachelor's prepared peers. In fact, the annual median salary for a person with a master's degree in mechatronics in the Nashville area is $114,000. MTSU students will also have the opportunity to obtain industry-recognized professional certifications, which will only make them more employable and more promotable. While pursuing the degree, students will take problem-solving, project-oriented classes aligned with industry needs and our communication with our industry partners, as well as have opportunities to pursue internships with our industry partners. This project is projected to operate in the black from year one. Students will be encouraged to take an average of 9 credit hours in the fall and spring semesters at an annual in-state cost of about $12,438 for tuition and fees. It is possible for a student to finish within a year. If they are full-time and non-thesis, they can take an additional 12 hours in the 2 summer semesters to complete the degree. Please note, for those of you, the commissioners who have packets, that the revenue for summer tuition is not reflected here, but you will see the cost to the students inside your packets. Beyond tuition and fees, revenue on this slide is also reflective of $50,000 annually in grants, beginning in year 3 and increasing by 10% thereafter each year. MTSU Mechatronics faculty are already receiving grants, including from NSF in the state of Tennessee, but we believe that will increase once we have a master's degree in the discipline. When we consider expenditures, there will be a marketing push in year 1 to make sure that everyone knows we have the degree. Graduate assistantships will be available in year 1 and will grow with enrollment. And then we plan to hire a part-time assistant in year 4 to help the person who's program coordinating. And then we plan to hire a new faculty line in year 4 as long as enrollment goals are met. Dr. Meow and I are happy to take any questions.
Any questions from the committee? There, second.
Yeah, second, sorry. I thought you were second. I'll second.
All right. If there are no other questions, we'll take a roll call vote.
Commissioner Scarlett,
Aye.
Commissioner Perry,
Aye.
Commissioner Ragsdale,
Aye.
Commissioner Wood,
Aye.
Secretary Hargit. Chairman, you have 5 ayes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and move to a PhD program from Tennessee Tech in integrative biology. Dr. Cohen, you're recognized.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today. And I want to especially thank the THEC staff and all of our colleagues there who made this process. It's a very labor intensive process, but they made it a lot better, and I think the program is much improved from it. Dr. Liu is going to be presenting on this. He's our provost. Unfortunately, he had something come up today. And so I hope you'll give me a little bit of grace as I go through this the best I can. I'll hit all the high notes I can as best as possible, and then we can work through all the details. When we think about biology, we think about cells, organisms, ecosystems, large scale to small scale, but very few university programs actually purposefully integrate those into the curriculum at a higher level. At a lower level, we try to give all of our undergraduates a little bit of breadth, a little bit of experience and everything. But when it comes time to do a PhD, what we do is often you are going to be a microbiologist. You will sit in the microbiology lab. You won't leave the lab. You're going to get a PhD in microbiology. Unfortunately, what we have seen from potential employers is that model isn't making our students as effective and as efficient as they could be. And there's a growing demand to have students that understand both the lower levels of cellular organization all the way to the higher levels for problem solving. If we think about this at Tennessee Tech, where we are literally positioned in the Upper Cumberland region, which is in the United States, in fact, in North America, the #1 most biodiverse hotspot for all organisms. Well, then we are cooking with something that's really special. We have a lot of different organisms that are of concern. We have a lot of, repeat that. Okay. We are the most biodiverse hotspot in North America. So you're seeing that Tennessee Tech has all the makings for a fantastic program here. We align pretty straightforward with the THEC's master plan and also the university mission. You've heard before a bunch of times, growing bioinformatics, growing biotech, growing data science. A program like this at a PhD level creates leaders in those fields. The whole idea is that we are going to also support local regional partners as part of this program. Hopefully they're funding grants, but also they'll be part of the committees for our students. So we will require at least one committee member to be outside the university and a potential partner that either, even if they're not funding the grant, would benefit from the project. We developed this program with the help of a bunch of different outside partners, but I want to give a special shout out to Oak Ridge and St. Jude's. Both of those were critical in helping us develop this. We've got a line out the door for this project, for this program, to be honest with you. We we've identified 11 students to enroll, but here's a conservative estimate of our enrollment over time, a steady state of 25 students over time. We're ready to enroll starting this fall. We want to create national leaders in biotech and biology. That means people that lead research labs, but also lead industry. We hope that our collaborators and our partners that we already have at Tennessee Tech will enhance our ongoing research to create a better reputation. And with that, I messed up this. You're supposed to also see how much money we're gonna make. Okay, well, my bad. It's not all cost. You can look in your packet if you'd like, but by year 4, we're in the black. No PhD program is gonna be some great money maker, but the whole idea is by year 4, we're in the black and we expect at a steady state will remain there. So with that, I'm happy to take, that was very high level and I appreciate your patience with me, but if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Any questions from the committee?
So when did you learn you were making this presentation?
Minutes to hours ago.
Well, you did a really good job.
Thank you.
I'll have no idea what you left out. Okay.
That's the whole point.
So
You learn as a professor very quickly that your students don't know what you don't know,
That's
right?
right.
You know?
But no, very, very informative. That's very interesting stuff. So thank you. I'll move approval.
Any further questions for Dr. Cohen? Not, we'll move to a roll call vote.
Commissioner Scarlett,
Aye.
Commissioner Perry,
Aye.
Commissioner Ragsdale,
Aye.
Commissioner Wood,
Aye.
Secretary Hargett. Chairman, you have 5 ayes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The ability to be quick on your feet is always important. All right, we will move to the next item on the agenda, which is our post-secondary education authorization. Dr. Stephanie Bellard-Chase, Senior Director of Post-Secondary State Authorization, will provide an overview.
Can I make an observation or just a comment?
Absolutely.
If you were the outside looking in, you might think that we just kind of approved these very quickly. And I think years ago that might have been the case. What I want to give a lot of credit to is the staff that helped refine these applications to get them ready for prime time. But I also want to commend the staff in the universities who brought their A game and stood here and made great presentations that left no questions unanswered. So I think that's a credit to everybody else involved. And so thank you for making our jobs easy in approving these programs by giving us what we've asked for.
Well said. With that, Dr. Bellard-Chase, you're recognized.
Good morning. The institutions listed in sections 2A and 2B are being recommended for regular and optional expedited authorization. I would be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions from the committee? If not, I'll ask for a motion in a second if there are no questions. Ask for a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Scarlett,
Aye.
Commissioner Perry,
Aye.
Commissioner Ragsdale,
Aye.
Commissioner Wood,
Aye.
Secretary Hargett. Chairman, you have 5 ayes.
All right, thank you very much. Moving to the last item is other business. Any committee member has any other business to take up at this time?
Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to apologize in advance. I will not be at the meeting tomorrow, but I am pleased to announce that my daughter is receiving her master's degree tomorrow at the same time we have our THEC meeting from the University of Tennessee. And I'm also elated that she will be gainfully employed. So another classic example of attending a Tennessee University and getting good employment, which certainly makes me and her mother exceedingly happy.
We're excited to know your priorities are in place, Commissioner Ragsdale. All All right, if there are no other questions or comments, that concludes our agenda. Thank you so much.